Hi, in this video we are going to trace and draft out a floor plan based off this image. First thing I'll do is make sure the file is set up properly. Go to File, New, select Large Object Millimeters, Open. I'm going to minimize my Rhino screen. I'll go to my desktop, drag the picture that I've already saved beforehand and drag it into the top view. It should come in as a picture, say OK. Type 0,0, enter, and this will place it in the point of origin. At this moment the size doesn't matter, so I just scale it to this. Maximize your top view. The next most crucial part is we need to scale this image. I know most apartments have front doors of width 1220 for I'm going to use that to scale. Alright, so make sure you selected the picture like so. Go to transform, go to scale, select the scale to the option. Zoom in closely, find the opening of the door, click once, go to the next opening and hold down the shift key so that you can get a straight point across. So yep, somewhere there, click, and now you should be able to expand this. I'm going to type 1220, hold shift and click. Now it should have been scaled, but I'm going to use the dimension tool over here to check the size. Yep, it's pretty close. Now don't be surprised if the number is not exactly 1220 because we are doing a scale and we are doing a trace based off this image. So it will not be 100% accurate, but it should come pretty close. Alright, 3 millimeters off, you won't be able to see 3 millimeters within an interior space. I'm going to get rid of this. Now that I've got this scaled up, I can reposition my floor plan anywhere. Next thing you might want to do is to change your grid layout, since some of you could be bothered by that. Go to Options, go to Grid, put this as 2000. Now you have the grids envelop the entire floor plan. I'm going to get this point to move here. Use the Move tool, type Move, and get it to move from this point, and then type 0,0, enter, get it to the origin. My image has been set and scaled. Next thing I'll do is go over to layer properties over here. The default layer is holding my floor plan. Go to properties over here. Select the image. Go to materials. The image is already in black and white, so there's no need to activate grayscale. But what I can do is change the transparency. You can get a nice faint image for you to trace over. I'm going to click outside, go back to layers, swap the layers, lock the default layer over here, and now I'll be drawing in layer 1. When drawing such floor plans, I like to start off from a corner. My preference would be this right hand side corner. Draw that first straight line, and I'll use only a few functions to achieve the drawing. So let me show you how. I use the dimension tool over here. I'll get there and hold shift and roughly eyeball this. This will give you a rough size of 11347.9. I'm going to round up the number. You're going to be using a lot of rounding off just to get a whole number. I'm going to go 11348 instead. Alright, so line, click somewhere here. I'm going to type 11348. Now the line's exactly the length that you want. Hold shift, click. Holding shift allows you to keep that line nice and straight. Next, make sure that you have all these snaps on. End snap, near snap, and intersection snaps. The rest of the snaps you can kind of dismantle or turn it off for the moment. Just going to use these snaps for now. Okay, let's carry on drawing this. Now I've got that first line. Actually, I should be drawing the inside line. Just going to move this line like that. Always start from the inside wall because we're drawing interior spaces. The outside wall doesn't really quite matter as much. Once I've got that first line, use an offset tool to get the line across, to get this line. So I'm going to use dimension tool, click here, hold shift, get it somewhere there. I'm going to round the number. Instead of 3521, I'm going to do 3520. Get rid of this. Select the line, offset, type offset directly, and type in 3520. Very good, that gets me the first line across. I'm going to start off and continue drawing this wall. Most of the internal walls are about 100 mm wide, so I'm going to offset 100. Straight away I get the internal walls. Like next I wanted to get this line across, do a measurement. I'm going to round this to 2100. Start there. I'm going to type 2100. I'm going to offset this. This will be 100. Straight away I get that wall. Okay, use the trim function to trim off the excess. In fact, I want to trim off this line here. So I'll type trim, enter. Cutting objects will be this and this, enter, or right click. Click on the lines to get rid of the excess. I'll go ahead and trim off this line too, if not I'll get confused later on. Now I've got this wall, and then I'll just need to measure what's the difference for this. And this is about 180. Okay, I'm gonna just roughly get this to offset 180. Okay, like so. And of course from here to here you might want to use the dimension tool to get a rough size. Round this to 3130. I'm gonna offset this. Okay, to get this across, like so. And from here to here, I'll do 1050. Offset this, 1050. Okay, I'm gonna use the trim command. Select all these lines. Get rid of them. Select these cutting objects and get rid of these lines here. Okay, next I'll try to get this wall across. So use this dimension tool. 530, do an offset. 530. Now that I've got this line, I can actually freely move it. In fact, I like to make my lines like this, so later on I can trim it off. It provides a very nice clean cut and not finding out that you have holes later on in your walls. So now I need this line to get to here. You can turn on the points like this. Turn on the points, and you can drag this point all the way across to the other side, like so. Alright, then you can press escape a few times to exit the points, and that's how you can extend out the line. From here, I'll just offset this. This should be 100, like that. I've got this line drawn up. All I need to do now is to trim it. Go ahead and select all these lines. Then click on everything on the outside, as well as the inside. Now I've done that wall, I can move on to this wall over here. I can take this and I can offset across. Let me see what I can do. 2800. Yeah, I can do 2800, so I'll just do that. 2800. Okay, now I've got that. Draw a line across directly because that's definitely 2800. Then offset 100. Okay, and there you got the windows. So this is 1040. I'll take this, offset this 40. This line, I'm gonna get it to go all the way up. I'll select that line, turn on the points, and just drag this all the way up. I can then take this, offset 100. All right, and then I can draw in this line here. Go ahead and draw this line in. I can use this line to get me an offset across here to here. That's 1040. Okay, so I'll do an offset 1040. Okay, and same thing, turn on the points, overextend out the lines all the way here. I can extend the lines, but you can use the extension function to get you a nice clean touch. So just type extend, select the boundary, which is this line over here, press enter or right click, select curve, you select this line here. Immediately you'll shoot up to that line. Very handy too. Alright, I think by now you have gotten a rough idea of how to kind of draw the floor plans, so you just need to keep going.